single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hey everybody, how are you? Today is a really important video for me. In order I feel to move on in my life and my transition, I have to let go of my past. And I have to name things, say it out loud, release it, send it somewhere else. And so that's really what this video is about for me. Hopefully it helps you all get to know who I am, why I am, what became of me to view things the way I view. So, first off, let me say I'm blessed to still be alive. I've lived through many things in my life already in my 47 years that have been quite traumatic. Life has never been easy for me. I don't think it's been easy probably for a lot of people. I was raised by my father. My family separated when I was 3. And then my father remarried shortly after. And that's when everything went wrong as I saw the world pre my stepmother. My stepmother was a very unhappy woman, and she had, after months and years of therapy, I realized that she had to be abusive to someone because she couldn't be abusive to herself. So she was mentally, physically, sexually abusive to me. I was beaten often, thrown downstairs, made to stand in a corner one time up to about 12 hours in a corner and was not allowed to rest my legs or... It was very, very tough. I took a lot of beatings so that my sister didn't have to. And the sexual abuse derived because she had always believed I was a faggot or gay or sissy. And in her mind, she justified the sexual abuse as teaching me. She would penetrate me with things, curling irons, one time even hot, just about any type of object that was near that she could penetrate my anus with. She would say, "This is what faggots love, this is what you love." It was so confusing. I never knew what gay was. I'm from Colorado, Michigan, a tiny little town. So I didn't understand when she would say, "This is what gay people want. This is what you're seeking." I never understood it. All I ever understood was that I didn't understand why someone hated me for no reason. She hated me, and I never knew why. So I endured all this abuse. But all the while, I did it because I knew I couldn't sit by and watch her abuse my sister. That couldn't happen for me. I would have taken a bullet if that's where she ventured with this abuse to save my sister. My sister's probably the only person in this world who basically saw all this coming. And from a very, very young age, probably as young as maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6, I've always worn my sister's high heels, her Charlie's Angels plastic heels, her Barbie head. I always wanted to play Miss America, and we'd make up dance routines, and I'd wear dresses, and it's just always been what it is for me. And I think that sorry, I took some notes because I just didn't want to, I tend to, in my old age, venture other places as things take me, but the abuse continued on until I was about 14, and then I was sent away to live with my grandparents. And when that happened, I was able to breathe. I could sleep at night. I was able to have peace in my own home. But then the morning would come, and I would have to attend Coldwater High School. And I have so many friends on here from high school, and it was rough. I was slammed into lockers daily. I was called faggot and queer and suck my dick, and I'm gonna kill you, sissy, I'm gonna kill you, queer. Chase home from school daily. Every day I had to run home. I was a great runner. The abuse and the bullying was unbearable. One abuse to another. And through all of this, I always said the same thing that I had said with my stepmother. I said in high school, why do people hate me? What about me makes them hate me? What did I do to anyone? And I don't know that that's ever been answered for me. I just continue on to live and survive. But about 17, I said I was going to be liberated and take control of my life. So I ran away to San Francisco, California. And being a 17-year-old skinny boy, super feminine, in San Francisco, there weren't very many options. I was too proud to come home. So I had begun my transition immediately, like the 3rd day I was there. I had knew that I wanted to transition, and I had started my transition. But San Francisco was very, very, very expensive. Even if you lived in what's known as residential hotels, they were still in the 80s, $40 a night. And I'd never had a job. I didn't really know a lot about life. And the hotel that I stayed in was where all the trainees stayed. And, excuse my dog, she, now we're all behaved. Was where all the trainees stayed, and so they taught me how to survive. And to survive, I had to become a street prostitute. I literally would spend 10 hours or more, maybe 12, every day walking the streets of the Tenderloin, picking up Johns. I'd never even had sex before. Spot, please behave. When I had arrived to San Francisco, I had never even had sex before, so I had to be taught everything. I just didn't know. And so I became a prostitute for a lot of years just to survive. Then the street prostitution, evolved or moved up into escorting. And then I caught the attention of some well-known trans magazines. And then I started doing porn. And the very first porn experience I ever had, I didn't even have a porn name at that point. And a gentleman gave me a porn name, which most people know, and they like to use it against me when they feel threatened. So they'll always say, "Oh, what's it like to be Jane Bond?" It was like a bunch of hot lights and a bunch of greasy, gross people standing around watching you have sex. It wasn't pleasant. Prostitution, porn, it all was a vicious cycle. And sometimes I think it's what made me strong. If I could do it again, no, nay. That's why I'm here. That's why I try to educate the young trans community. They don't have to do the things I did. And I want them to know there are other ways. Now, of course, it's easier now. It is. It's easier to be trans now than it was in the 80s. But I managed to have 10 very unsuccessful relationships. And most of them probably failed because of me. I don't think I've ever loved myself, and I don't think anyone's ever loved me. When I can't stand RuPaul's Drag Race, because I can't stand that I have to always endure her saying, if you can't love yourself, how are you going to love someone else? Because the truth hurts, doesn't it? So, I think that I have to move past my past, and this is my opportunity. These are my blogs. These are my journals. This is my chance to say I was born Christopher Robin Boger. I've changed my name to Chris Robin Boger. I went from male to female. I changed all my documents. My life finally begins at age 47. 47. I waited so long. Why did I wait so long? Did I care about what others thought? Did I care more to take care of everyone else around me and not myself? Probably a little bit of all. I used to want to die. There probably wasn't a day from my 20s to my probably 35 that I didn't want to die. I hated life. I hated who I'd become. In that time frame, I had I'm 47. I'm just now living my life. I can now set my past free. I just really want to be the best me I can be. And I'm praying this video can give me everything that I want it to. If I can leave you with anything from my past experiences, so love yourself. No matter who or what you choose in life, what path or journey you take, be proud of the way you got there and how you're going to get there. And if you screw it up, this is life. Fix it. Change it. Make it better. In life, we get second chances. And if you screw your first chance up, you got another chance. You don't need to apologize. Changing your behavior and changing what you do and how you relate to others, that's all you need in life. You know, we've been fighting a lot because of this political atmosphere. And if anybody knows anything about evil, that's what evil does. We let the fear, the unhappiness that Hillary didn't win, eat us. Eat us alive. We've turned on each other. We've turned on others. Every time we call a conservative Christian a bigot, a racist, they may be, but you cause them another reason to dislike us. I'm not asking you to shut up. I'm not asking you to keep your views inside. To be cognitive, when you open your mouth, you've created war. If tomorrow, which is election day, we don't regain the House and the Senate, who will we blame this time? Did we incite enough Republicans to make sure that they can erase us? I don't know what the answer is. Tomorrow will tell. But I know this. I made it 47 years with very few gay rights. I've never had any transgender rights. We'll survive. We're going to survive no matter what tomorrow. Love yourself. Love others. Evil creates factions and separations. It wants us to fight amongst ourselves, split us apart. Because separate, we're weak. Together, we're strong. Stop tearing each other up because we don't match each other's political views or political opinions, or we're fat or femme or masculine, or who cares? We're the LGBTQ. But if we keep breaking each other apart, evil wins. Evil wins. Don't let evil win. Get out and vote tomorrow. Make a difference in this world. Every day when you get up, if you could be a little kinder, a little nicer to just one person, you've changed the world. And you've changed at least one person's life for that moment. Make a difference in this world. God bless you. I do love you all. Join me in my I am trans movement. I've tried my level hardest to be visible, to be heard. You may not like what I say, but respect me. Respect my journey. Respect that you have what you have, because I took beatings and gay bashings and been inside bars that have been burnt down while we're in them, so that you can have the freedom to be you. Respect each other. Love each other. Till then, I'm Chris Boger, and this is I Am Trans.